Welcome to the Natural Genius podcast. We're here to help you tap into your natural genius. Let's go. I'm so excited that you're about to meet Elvira from Kyrgyzstan. She is mischievous, fun, clever, kind, polite and loyal, a beautiful human. I'm so excited to see what she decides to do in her life and feel very grateful to have met her. Enjoy hearing from Elvira. Amazing, Elvira. Welcome to the Natural Genius podcast. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. I don't know, I think it would be one of the greatest experience for this year.
That is high praise indeed. I have a feeling that you have a good life. That is very high praise. Tell me about the land in which you live. Tell me about Kyrgyzstan. What do you love about it?
Oh, I mountains.
The mountains.
Maybe as every tourist which came to Kyrgyzstan expect to see beautiful mountains. And I love my country for my mountains, for nature, sometimes for people, and people are always like not priority, and for food. Yeah, I love food here.
Tell me about food in Kyrgyzstan, the food that you love.
In Central Asia, not only in Kyrgyzstan, we have the same traditional dish, I guess, for like 2, 3, 4 countries. It's almost the same, with like slightly differences in servicing. And mostly it contains potato, meat, and dough. Am I pronouncing it right? Dough.
I think so.
Yeah. And rice, of course.
I,
We're
I
in
think that
Asia.
you're just, I think you pronounce it how you pronounce it at home.
So, yeah.
I
And
don't think I'm meant to translate that into English.
no, I mean, I tried to say it in English, these ingredients.
Oh, is it okay? Great. Okay, good.
So, yeah, it's main ingredients for all dishes we have in Central Asia. And it's all of them has a lot of calories. So when you eat, you get full much faster compared to when I try outside of my country, like in Asia or in Europe. It's not that I don't feel fulfillment
You don't feel full?
that fast.
Ah.
So,
Potatoes, meat, and dal. That's what fills you up. Did you used to have dal for breakfast like I did when we were at network school?
no, usually I have eggs
And did eggs
for
fill you up?
breakfast.
Maybe it's actually non-processed foods. When it's processed foods, it doesn't fill you up.
I haven't thought about it actually. I just like used to do it. Sometimes we can eat something that left after dinner. It's usual practice for many people, not in a capital city, I guess. People who live in more bigger city can they're more getting westernized.
Yes. Do you enjoy living in the city or the country?
It doesn't matter for me actually where to live if I have more stable internet than usual and my laptop. So yeah, it's doesn't matter for me. I wanted to say it's what is matter, it's who is around you as always.
Speaking of that, when we were at network school together, we made great friends. On LinkedIn recently, I saw a great post from you that talked about your great experience there. So I really enjoyed seeing that. Tell me the story of how you came to be there and then what you loved about it.
I need to start from the beginning.
Sounds like a great idea.
Coming to NS, it's one of the most best decision, I guess, one of the best decision I ever made. But outside of these big decisions, I want to say that every day, that small decisions, that's brought me to NS. Because maybe before to come to NS, 2 or 3 years before, I just bumped to podcast where Byram was a guest speaker. I listened to this podcast. I was like, it's interesting the way how he's thinking. Like I started following him and reading his posts on Telegram, like reading books that he's recommended, and I really enjoy. He became like my role model. And then he shared about Network School first cohort. It was in 2024 September. I applied, but I was accepted only to second cohort, which is, I guess, my one of the best achievement. Also, not only best decision, but also achievement.
I love this.
Thanks God, I got accepted and met so many wonderful people. Actually, this place really changed the way I see the world. I see myself, like, and not only see maybe in how I feel what's going on around me because of people there. Each one some kind of become my teacher. Like these long breakfasts and dinners, and I don't know. We always have some workshops or lectures between this meal. And yeah, I it's hard to describe to someone who never been there because you need to live this experience. You need to see how it's going on inside. So yeah, if you are interested, just go and try.
Tell me about you, Elvira. Like, tell me about what you loved about it and how you have changed, because I loved the way you said that before, that it's really changed the way you view the world and that people around you are teachers. Tell me what you're noticing about yourself a year or so later.
When I arrived, as I wrote in my LinkedIn post, it was really true. I arrived like a bit burnout because I love to work, like maybe too much. So I get burnout, and when I got accepted, it was a chance to give myself a little break, maybe not to work 20 hours. Each day I just only maybe 5. No, I'm exaggerating, not 20 hours. But sometimes when you sit in front of your desk, you're like, okay, I can do it. Let's sit another 10 hours. So yeah,
Here I am. That I said to people that sometimes I thought I was offending you when we were at network school, and then I just realized that you were actually teasing me. You were just having fun and joking around. So, but I really believed just then that you work 20-hour days.
maybe it's just a bit habit to be sarcastic or like using humor, like former Soviet Union humor, which people only from this region can understand. And like,
I think I do really appreciate that you and I have such love for each other, because when I thought that I was actually offending you, you would just start laughing at me, or you would explain that you were teasing me. And I want to come back to what you were saying. And I've also reflected on the diversity because so many people and places talk about diversity. And I feel so privileged that we got to live in it. We got to live in a lot of countries being represented. And I love that. I loved learning about different cultures, and I loved you teasing me, and I loved the friendship that we developed without coming from the same land, right down to right now that you can teach me about Kyrgyzstan. And please keep talking. A little
You
interlude.
just have to come and see it yourself, like this land. And about NS, like, yeah, I totally agree that we have this unique experience to live with people from around the world. And the one thing maybe which I totally didn't expect, that I've been seen by people like who I am. I didn't know, like, I didn't have to explain myself, what I'm doing, why I'm saying what I'm saying, what I'm doing, what I'm like. They're like, okay. And they just saw me who I am, maybe clearer than I did it myself. So yeah, the most I get influenced by people, maybe the most is I spend time with, like, Debbie. She is one of the great person, and I'm happy that she's one of my best friends now, because yeah, she and other wonderful, strong ladies just helped me to believe in myself. The way I try to see myself through their eyes. Yeah, and it it gave me some, brave to move forward, to finally leave my job that I didn't see myself for the next maybe 5, 10 years. Yeah, and just they gave me this strength to just figuring out, give myself time to figure out what I should do next, to explore this life. Not only that I have to be a working machine that I used to be.
That is exceptional. And that was not expected.
I totally didn't expect it. When I applied, I didn't know what should I expect. I didn't know. I have no idea what is it, what I should learn there, because it was like network school. Okay, school. There should be like lectures or something like that. I told my colleagues that I'm probably getting like to study. They're like, okay, go on. Like, but it was not. It's really hard to describe, but it's kind of study of life or people of life.
But that's a beautiful way of saying it, because it was a place where whenever I wanted to work and work and work and work, I could find a place where I could just really enjoy getting a lot of stuff done. And then seeing the same people at the gym every day, including yourself, was so fun to be able to catch the lift down from the hotel room and then see Stefan in the lift, or see you in the lift, or see somebody. And then at breakfast to be talking about something, maybe the latest AI developments or something philosophical, or especially on Saturday or Sunday when people were just that little bit more relaxed, to be talking about topics that were important to us. So the School of Life is really apt, because one of the things I loved about Network School was the big-hearted people that turned up in March, and this core group of people that then grew out with new people coming in across the months. So I haven't said it in those words, but I love the way you just said that. What surprised me a lot was how big-hearted people were and open. I've talked about network school to a lot of people since. It's lovely to see how people say that's so good to hear, because we hear such negative things about AI. And when people hear about people coding and with lovely intentions and big hearts and wisdom, they're like, oh, wow, okay, that's different to what I thought was happening with AI building. So this segues really nicely into talking about what you're doing now, the project that you enjoyed doing with the kids.
It's kind of a side project that helps me to contribute to society, because when I talk to people here in my hometown, which is in the southern part of Kyrgyzstan, like small town, which called Tash Kumyr, which means rock coal.
Does it?
Yeah, there's a coal mining industry since Soviet time. Yeah, and people actually don't know what is AI. Like, they know it's something like can give you a fast answer, and you don't need to scroll answers from Google. Like, it's ready result. Just read it and take it. And when I started to ask, I just tried to experiment with my nephew and nieces. Like, what do you know about this? How are you using it? What you usually do? And I find out that people, especially teenagers at school, using it to get fast answer for their homework or for fun, like generating images. I was like, okay, I went to schools, like, and asked permission to teach, like, have maybe one lesson or two daytime to teach students about AI safety and how efficiently use this tool. Because it's literally they have the all knowledge from human history in their pocket, but they don't use it. I mean, I'm not using it very efficiently too, but I wanted to show another way. Actually, there was few insights during these workshops across schools that first students from Kyrgyz-speaking schools, they writing their prompts in Russian because it's more, AI gives more like deep answer and more correct. But in Kyrgyz, it's more shadow and mostly time incorrect. So students, they even may don't know Russian well to prompt, but they're like, okay, it's easier for me to prompt in Russian than try to describe what I want to get from this tool.
Wow.
And second, no one knows about that AI could hallucinate. They just like get first answer and okay with that. They don't check. They just trust because it's AI. Like, it's the most smart thing in the world. How can I not trust? Yeah, it's two main insights, I guess, I got from these workshops, because when I went to teach them, I didn't expect anything. I was like, okay, it should be cool. It would be cool. Like, people love AI. AI, like, people talk about AI every corner. I was wrong. Maybe at NS people talk about AI in every corner. People here, like, outside of NS, they don't care. AI gives them answers, they satisfy.
Wow. So tell me a little bit more about what you were teaching. How do you teach people to be more efficient on using AI?
Yeah, about AI safety, actually, I found great lectures I can share with you later. It's Berkeley professor. Yeah, he's talking about AI safety. I really like it, but
Mm,
I didn't like go deeper on this topic. I just all describe to student that AI can hallucinate and also that the about molecules injection like the no matter what they shouldn't share their personal information or personal information or relatives to the to with AI.
mm,
Yeah, and how to use efficiently. Actually, here I use vibe coding. Just like open Lovable and told them to build something, whatever they want, game, website, any app. Maybe they wanted to solve some problem, and etc. Before that, I show them how prompt can look like,
mhm,
so AI can understand them better than just if they just say, "Hey, I need I don't know, book up."
mm,
So it was like structure why they want it, what it should do, how it's like look like, how it should feel like, and etc. So yeah, I give them this task to build anything they want. Actually, maybe this part was most fun because kids love creating something. Boys mostly created games.
mhm,
And at that moment, they saw the way how they describe to AI what they want. At first, maybe two steps, they're like, oh, I didn't want this. Why is showing me this? It's completely different. Oh, I didn't expect this grade. Like someone, someone got great results without describing it. It's like unpredictable. But yeah, they realize that they need to be more detailed to get
mm,
a result that they want.
mm,
That's why I use vibe coding. But after that, I want to continue, and it's not easy to just go to every school every day and show them because even I like this project. Maybe some people really need it,
mm,
but I physically can go to every school outside of my town, maybe, or other
mm,
cities. So I wanted to build some tool. First was Telegram bot with lectures and grades like school. And when I give it to my nephew, he was like, no, it's too many to read. I don't want to. And then I built not so complicated website where you can just try to predict some experiments and run it and got answer and see the gap, your prediction and how it actually works.
mm,
Maybe to someone it would be useful if they wanted to know more deeply about this
mm,
topic. I also started created these short videos for Instagram Reels and posted to Pro channel. Have you seen the three blue, one brown channel on YouTube? So it's a great channel. I love to watch it because it describes complicated topics in
mhm,
an animation way. I found out about Mani library on Python, so it's actually really useful. Just creating this short video to show anyone who wants to know the little tips like AI hallucination or how AI can predict next word, how AI read what you're typing to them.
mm,
I don't know how far will go this project, but I hope if it helps at least one person, one student, one grandma or grandfather to understand this technology a little better,
mm.
it's worth it.
Approximately how many schools are there?
In
Yeah.
Tash Kumyr, in this city where I live, it's seven school and two college plus university. I guess they combine. I was in six schools and one college. Just one school just declined my. Actually, it was nice. to have this experience. But it's not my first experience to teaching. I've been doing it, since 2019, always from some organization like American Corner or Technovation Girls, some kind of this, just mentoring, mostly girls, teenage girls, or people with physical disabilities.
Yes. Oh, I love seeing your delight having been in the schools. I hope that you keep going with this. I hope that you keep exploring to see what it could be for you and for many students.
Thank you, but I treat it like just side project, or that I'm paying back to universe, to opportunity that I got to becoming like developer or to have a chance to be one of the member of network school.
So beautiful, the balance. I also wanted to make mention of the amazing tea party that you put on when we were at network school together. You brought cakes and tea, and you had beautiful imagery, photos playing on the big screen of your land. And you brought together, I feel like it was 50 people. We all had such a wonderful time.
Almost every person at network school is an expert in some kind of fields. And I was like, whoa, each of them so great. How can I do something? My experience not even close. What they're teaching, what they're showing. But there was a step. And we were talking about it. He was like, no, I'm sure you can do something. And then I was like, maybe I should just do what we usually do in Central Asia when we want to bring people together, or we want to talk just in a calm, this atmosphere. It's like maybe tea. Yeah, we love tea in Central Asia. We can't imagine our life without tea. So I was like, tea. I want to drink tea. Maybe I should do something which show my culture, because so many people from Europe, US, Asia, different Asia. And I was like, okay, maybe at most 5 people show up, like my close friends. It will be good. I will see it as a success. And then I was so happy to see that people came and really enjoy conversation during this tea party. I don't know what to say.
Yes.
I love to see that they each of us need just time to slow down and just do nothing, just talk, not only about technology or a great project or the goals. Just talk about tea, or I don't know, about some cookie.
Yes, I can still remember the energy, how people were giggling. There was this real fun and ease, and that it was like a real recharge of pause where people could just enjoy the amazing food, so much of it that you had on display for us. Perhaps people that didn't know each other were handing cakes to each other, and so pleased that you enjoyed it. Yeah, exactly.
Talk about food.
How big is your family? I have a feeling that there is many people in your family. And how would your aunties or your nieces or your uncles describe you?
In my family, we are 3 people, like me and aunties. But as a whole family, if I will include my other parts or relatives, it's like, my oldest cousin, sister, has 6 kids and already 2 grandsons. And when they came here, I was like, oh, I love you guys, but when you go back to your home, because it's getting like chaos. But sometimes we need some kind of chaos because it brings joy in our life, and you start to notice how you appreciate this
Mm.
quietness in your life. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, I have a lot of nieces and nephews. My youngest cousin sister has three daughters. I haven't seen youngest one yet. I need to visit them. She lives in the capital city. And I guess I'm like, these memes where all the sisters just go somewhere and no one knows what she's doing, where is she? She just came up time after time and see, like, okay, I'm good, you're good. I think I'm that kind of person in my family. No one totally like fully understands why I'm doing what I want to do, which is my
Mm.
plan to life. Because for them, it's for my culture, your main priority is your family, and after that, like building something like business, career, or studying. But yeah, maybe it's because I watched a lot of shows like Friends or X Files when I was a child. It's kind of I even wanted to become a film director, but it's surprising me how I ended up in the tech world.
Is there still a little part of you that would like to be a film director?
I think it's not a little part, it's maybe a big part. But I'm afraid that it's maybe that part that you tell to people like, oh, I'm dreaming to become this. But it's kind of precious dream that you like afraid even touch, as it could be like
Oh my
and
gosh, I
while
would
it's
love
still
that
your
for
dream,
you.
you're like carrying it.
I am so looking forward to seeing what you do in life.
Oh, I need to wait now to
What did I?
to
Now I want to
see
fast forward because
what you
I
were
want to
talking.
see. Are you going to be a director or are you going to be a technologist? I don't know.
Well, uh, I'm a transition period of my life right now, and trying to figure out what is my ikigai.
Mm,
So yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I need to go back to NS as soon as possible to get this wisdom and brave from
mm,
other ladies and gentlemen who always supporting.
mm. Yes, I have a feeling our friends would actually just be part of an experiment to help you or me or anyone else along. And that's part of what I love about the friends that we made there, how supportive we are of each other.
Everyone needs supporting community and people who believe in you more than you can believe in yourself. And at the moment when when you can see this light where
Mm,
to go, and they can be that lighthouse that shows
mm.
you what's going on around. Yeah,
And
so
yeah, out of the last 10 episodes that I've recorded, at least 4 out of the 10 are in transition. So it very much feels like a time where there is a lot of people evaluating what is next and how they can refine the life that they're living right now.
it's a time when you feel excitement, what will be next, but also this you a bit scared. I mean, when I left my job, I it was hard for me, like really challenging not to work because I used to work. I used to work even on weekends, and I was struggling, and I also I was afraid to jump to another work, another job, because I knew and I now also feel the same, that when I will commit it to something, like it it should be at least for a few years, and I can afford these few years for something that I'm not believing, and I don't want to prioritize my life for these kind of projects or
Mm.
topics. So maybe because of that, transition could be excitement and scaring a bit, aside of financial part of this
The reality.
journey.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's better. At least I can say it only for myself. It's a great period to discover, to just sit and try to understand what's matter for you, really matter, not just be working. Because maybe for me, working or loving to work too much was a way to escape to that thoughts what it's better for
Mm.
me, to face this, that why am I avoiding my dream, for instance, to becoming a director? Why I'm not doing this? Why I'm not going to places which I wanted to visit? Why I'm not to talking to people that I am admiring and wanted to talk to?
Mm.
Because I'm really afraid to start to talk to people. But MS helped me to, to not be so scared to say hey to someone that I never knew before. And these sometimes these just hey, how are you?
Mm.
What are you prefer to eat for breakfast during breakfast time? Turns out for real deep conversations. And yeah, I feel like I find people who I will like carrying this memory about during my life.
Wow, I love that. And I love so much about what you've said of the impact of network school. Have you done anything else in your life where you didn't know what you were going into?
No, yes, network school is a unique experience in every way to see this project. Maybe close to when I started my journey as a developer, when I just applied to workshop. It was Rails Girls. Yeah, it was Rails Girls workshop. And I was like, I should try. What is this? Because before that workshop, I used my laptop just for watching movies, not even YouTube. I didn't know about YouTube at all. I was just like finding my favorite TV shows or etc. or movies to watch
Mhm.
them. Yeah, and when I participate in this workshop, I was like, I don't understand anything what's going on here, but I feel like I need to go deeper. So yeah, and that was my starting point to my developer business analyst career.
And
Maybe close to network school, it was this workshop, but nothing will come even close to experience what I live in network school.
well said. Was there
Maybe
anything that you wanted to say before we started that we may not have even talked about before we hit record?
maybe just if you're someone watching or listening, just try to be open to not to people, I mean to the life, to try new experience. I mean, everyone says it. Every like blogger, many articles say about this, and it's really hard to push yourself to be more open, especially if you are from part of the world where it's not something that you usually experience, that you grew up with. Because, for instance, my experience, conversation with you, even from the first time until now, maybe even, it's not usual for my experience. I mean, the people who are always in a good mood, in just trying to make others feel good, caring about others. I was like, what is happening? Why? Why are you always so happy? And then Debbie, she's Australian. We are all like that. Like, oh, it makes sense.
Oh.
So yeah, just try to be open to life and see people who they really are, and not try to not judge. I mean, not judge in a bad way. Just don't make some labels for them.
Maybe that was
People
one of the
still
things.
and surprise.
People can surprise. Maybe that was one of the things that we loved about being at network school, that there was an openness to get to know other people, and there wasn't that judgment. I have a feeling it was the kinds of people that were attracted, and sometimes experiences that don't have agendas, that take a big effort to both apply, and then the thrill of getting in, and then an experience that doesn't have an agenda, and a big effort getting on a plane and paying for plane tickets or long journeys. That attracts a certain kind of person. We were very, very lucky that the people who turned up were who they were.
Absolutely.
Elvira, I really want to thank you for speaking English for me. I so appreciate that you said before we hit record that you hadn't been speaking English in a while, and in our friendship I've always appreciated that you speak English to me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to the Natural Genius podcast. Please share this with anyone who came to mind, and visit us at naturalgenius.com.au. Thanks so much.